Welcome back. When we last left our hero, Duke Gilbert of Northumberland, word of an epidemic has been spreading from the Naimon clan way out on the Mongolian steppes that the Black Plague is upon us indeed. I wonder if we can see it on the map yet. There it is, the Black Death. I knew this would happen. Before we watch the spread of the Black Death slowly but inevitably towards our beautiful homeland, someone in the comments on video 1 mentioned Crown Focus, which is another new mechanic from this expansion. It basically lets you focus on a specific county, which gives it an increased chance of prosperity and some special events. The problem is, since we're a vassal and not an independent ruler, we have to either be a republic or have a realm size of 35, which we're nowhere really close to that, in order to use Crown Focus. So if you're an independent ruler of Duke or above, you can use it whenever you want, but if you're a vassal, you have to be above, you have to be at least Duke, and you have to have a realm size of 35, or be a republic to use that feature. Anyway, we are still fabricating a claim on York, and my physician is trying to cure my flu. My physician, who has now been replaced by a crazy Norse shaman. So, there you go. Let's see how quickly the Black Death spreads. It's already spread to one additional province. Got some shenanigans going on in France. Which, by the way, England still owns some French territory at this point in time. If you play EU4, you're very familiar with that. Also, if you play EU4, you would know that England manages to retake some of this. The council has rejected asking my men for more troops. Oh, here it comes. Alright, I've recovered well from the flu. Now the coughing, fever, headache are just unpleasant memories. Awesome. Feel better? I'm going to go ahead and make a bookmark save there just in case it crashes. Yeah, it's coming. It is... Whoa! Okay, you know what I think that is? This is a bit of a historical... It's spreading very quickly along the Silk Road, which, by the way, they've modified the Silk Road in this expansion, which is actually, we think, one of the main ways that the Black Death got from Europe to Asia was along the Silk Road. So that's very cool that they make it spread quicker along those provinces. I have a second daughter now, Blanche. By the way, have I set focuses for my daughters? Heritage, sure. Etiquette. So the Black Death has entered into the Sarbadar Empire. I believe this is probably a successor state to the Ilkhanate. Probably the Ilkhanate had a decadence revolt or something like that. It is spreading quick. Oh, and it can even infect sea zones. Look at that. Request council position. Let's see. Does the king like us? Good old King Edward IV of the House Plantagenet. He doesn't like us that much, but he doesn't have any specific reasons to like us or dislike us. I'll go ahead and I'll see if... I mean, I don't think I could be a steward. He probably has better stewards available to him, but we can spare the prestige to ask for a council position. And the Holy Land has been infected. I'm curious if we can start seeing the effects of this yet. So Black Death. Triple taxation. I'm wanting to see what the depopulation modifier actually does. So I'm going to wait for the the Black Death to depopulate some places. Oh, it's in Greece. It's coming for us. King Edward IV of England claims to have unearthed shocking evidence of my criminal deviancy and low morals. I could be arrested over this slander. What? Who's slandering me? I haven't even done anything important enough to deserve that. There is a Fraticelli uprising in England. Because Gwynedd, apparently, is Fraticelli. It looks like they're going to be crushed swiftly, though. Oh, that's a Herefordian peasant revolt. That's not even the same revolt. Alright. Let's go back to epidemics. We got smallpox on the Baltic coast here. Italy! Italy has been infected. Defensive pact, yeah, whatever. By the way, the new game options screen lets you turn off defensive pacts without a mod, which is very good in my opinion. Southern France, the Iberian coast. It seems to, and this is actually also historically accurate. It seems to spread along coasts a lot faster than it spreads inland. I'm now known as the Ill Ruler, apparently. Probably more slander is what I'm gonna say. Spreading across North Africa. All right, I'm gonna turn off message options for this. Unless it's a close family member. For given a seat in the College of Cardinals. King Edward has created the title Kingdom of Ireland. Apparently we have enough land to do that. We own probably barely 51%. Monks from the nearby monastery have been stopping by to trade for supplies quite often lately. Yeah, let's seek their company more often. My learning stat is awful, so... Your steward comes to see you one afternoon. He explains that he has devised a plan to bring in exotic goods by setting up a trade route with a foreign realm. That sounds like a great thing to do when the Black Plague is spreading about. This would, of course, require a sizable monetary investment, but the potential profits would also be great. It doesn't say how much it's going to cost. Let's organize an expedition. The harbor master shows you a large ship with a sizable cargo hold that would be perfect for this job, but it does come at quite a hefty price. Buy the merchant ship, hire a crew of bandits. We can afford that. Only put us in debt for a little while. The word has spread that you're planning a trading expedition, and a group of priests have arrived in your court with a request. They are offering temple funds for the journey if you allow them to come along on the journey. Yeah, of course. Prince Bishop of Durham and Jocelyn of Lindisfarne. Yeah, I can't think of two better guys to come along on this expedition. If there is a God, why is the world filled with hardship, grief, and heretics? God has a plan for everything and everyone. God is as clueless as I am. In this this climate of Catholic Europe, I think zealous is going to be a much better trait to have than cynical. Time to set out on a trading expedition. Hopefully it'll yield good profits. And apparently I stopped to get some wine from the monks on the way out. So I can visit the monastery more often. 20% chance of drunkard. I'll take that. Yeah, and I became a drunkard. There we go. My wife is pregnant. How old is she, by the way? 37. So about 3 more years, I'm probably going to have to look for a mistress or a second wife if I don't have a son yet. Expedition has finally reached the realm of Emir Tashfin. Let me guess. So, the Emir Tashfin, the Unready. Can I just pull up his portrait? Okay. Let me see. Yeah, he has bubonic plague in his port. So, I'm going to be exposed to the plague now. Your steward asks what gift we shall bring forth as a token of friendship to the Emir. A dozen strong horses. This is still the era of the Crusades, so I probably wouldn't give him anything. Chest with quality cloth from back home. English cloth was actually a highly valued commodity in this time period. English broadcloth. Pouch of rare herbs, or my courtesy shall be enough of a gift. Yeah. You notice Emir's face growing red with annoyance as he glares at your steward shoveling food in with his bare hands. I'm hungry too. Let's just piss off this guy as much as possible. You're walking idly around the court of Emir Tashfin when you suddenly hear a discussion increasing in intensity around the corner. Turning the corner, you're surprised to see one of the priests from your expedition engaged in a wild theological debate with a local noble. Well, that's great. That's YouTube comment section worthy right there. Catholic debating a Muslim. This could endanger the whole venture. This must be stopped, or the heathens need to see the error of their ways. That's what I think. I'm double zealous now, I guess. I already had zealous. After long hours negotiating and discussing possible terms of trade, you and Emir Tashfin the Unready seem to have arrived at a mutual understanding. The new trade route set up, you return with the first batch of goods to sell them off for a nice profit. The influx of new wares will also benefit the economy for a long period of time. So even though I did everything possible to annoy this guy, he has agreed to set up some trade with me. I get a lot of money from this, and the prosperity of my capital increases slightly. City vassal pit. Wow, that's really good. That's some good stuff right there. Your steward has brought in riches to your realm through his competent handling of the expedition, and he probably expects to be rewarded with a share of the wealth. He only wants 18 gold? Yeah, of course. New important position. I can request a council position again, but I'm gonna not do that. Probably whoever slandered me was someone who was competing with me for a council position. I still don't know where we view prosperity. I don't know where that is actually visible. Oh, we do have a hospital now. Okay, so a hospital is like a holding. We can actually upgrade it with sub buildings. Disease resistance, and hospital level. I don't know what hospital level actually does. Disease resistance, temple vassal opinion, piety to liege. Disease resistance, temple vassal opinion, piety to liege. Prestige and economic tech. That's really good. Piety and prestige for pilgrims in. Library, technology spread rate, and cultural tech points. That's really, really good. Pharmacology laboratory. Disease resistance and tech spread rate. Medical academy. Gives me a whole bunch of tech in every category and more disease resistance. And then an observatory. So hospitals are really good, you guys. They are really good. I have enough to upgrade my barracks, militia training ground, or castle fortifications. I'm probably going to upgrade the hospital before I upgrade any of my holdings, actually. So we have to build a sick house before we can unlock all this other stuff. Where can I see prosperity, though? If I'm totally missing it, let me know. Okay, so hospital level provides protection against depopulation. I see. Okay. King Edward has inherited a barony. The Chancellor of Moray, Baron Eric of Urquhart, has bribed and threatened his way for a claim on my titles. That's not good. Oh, the plague! The plague is a-coming. He went ahead and decided to use it. Alright, Asia Minor ravaged by plague. The atmosphere at court has grown tense as word of the plague raging in Asia Minor has reached you. To further disturb the people, a story is circling. Survivors speak of a cursed ship carrying living corpses to come recruit for their captain of death. The myth is lent more credibility each time a coastal city succumbs to the epidemic. So, here's the thing. They're talking about Asia Minor right now when the plague is, like, in Brittany. Like, it's, like, just across the Ile de la Manche here. So, when will it end? I am told that this will never end. Things go on, but nothing will last. Only the fool in me believes there is sense in it. If you know what song that is, Persia ravaged by plague as it spreads to England. The trade routes of the east have become less traveled, as reports of the plague spreading in the Persian expanse have increased in frequency. Entire villages are gone from the world of the living, disregarding the wealth and good crop the area was enjoying. The reality is stark, as death continues to spread and despair paves its road. I have another daughter. Yeah, we'll wait a couple more years to see if she will give me a son, and then we're gonna have to explore other options. Edward, okay. So now that there is actually plague on Britain, I'm gonna shut the gates. Some commoners have already gathered outside. Your guards start closing the gates. A decisive thump silences the curious chatter coming from the other side. Seal it! We're not opening those until the plague is gone. Your liege, King Edward IV of England, has decided to seclude himself and his court. Okay, so he got the same idea at the same time. Oh! It landed in the capital. Yeah, that's where the royal family is. Chaos is a ladder, my friends. Chaos is a ladder. In order to avoid the ongoing epidemic, the gates of Westminster have been shut and landed councillors have been sent back to their homes. He's only doing what's necessary, such cowardice. Well, considering we just did the same thing, I will give him credit. Middle East ravaged by plague. An ominous shadow looms over the regions of the Middle East, as the plague has left little but tragedy in its wake. The reports are scarce, but upon hearing the tale of lone refugees walking the roads, often the sole survivor of a family, the hearts of many are torn as to why God would allow this to happen. That's my new character of Plague Narrator. Title Revocation Sovereignty Law. Yeah, we're screwed. Oh, we're very screwed. Life in seclusion isn't so bad. After finishing a hearty breakfast, you belch contentedly and remark upon your foresightedness in ensuring Northumberland's leaders were well stocked. However, as soon as the words leave your lips, you notice the suddenly panicked look on your servant's face. My Duke, you just ate the very last pickled boar's head, and almost all of our other food stocks are nearing exhaustion. Not the pickled boar's head! Furthermore, your servant continues to drone on, but you are too aghast to listen. No more pickled boar's heads? No! Remaining food. Wait, where do we see that? Where do we see remaining food? I feel like I'm missing like a whole screen that is telling me about the status of my realm. Here, let's see. Laws, is it under this screen? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where we see that. Okay. Well, we have 5 food, whatever that means. You've searched Northumberland from top to bottom and have come to realize there really are no more pickled boar's heads. No! Not only that, but all other food stocks are nearing exhaustion. So change remaining food to -1. We get minor food shortage, which decreases my health by 1 for pretty much everyone of importance in the castle. A sudden clatter sends you running to check on food supplies. You arrive in the storeroom just in time to see Adela emerge, wiping her mouth. How could you do this? You've outstayed your welcome. Which daughter is this? She's 10. She's my heir. Vote now on your phones. Should I kick her out? Should I kick her out? No. Alright. It has been brought to your attention that the basements of Northumberland contain large numbers of rats, which could be caught and eaten. What could possibly go wrong eating rats when there's an outbreak of bubonic plague? Okay, I think these events are happening too quickly here. This guy's my marshal. Is he a good marshal? No. Get out of here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this should not be triggering this many events. This is probably a mean time to happen bug, but we'll just roll with it. Stop eating all my food! My food supplies are exhausted, right as plague appears in our county. While you may be able to scavenge enough food to survive for a while longer, staying in Northumberland is clearly not a long-term solution. So we get starving, which is health -3. Wallerin, who I kicked out, now has a fever, which could be a sign of plague. It's no picnic out here either. Is it going away? Okay, it started to go away from some of the other areas where it popped up. So I have health -3 at this point. Special minor title, grantable commander. Okay. But I have no valid commanders. It's not like we're going to war. Ambition. Survive the plague. I'm going to say become King of England. I don't care about College of Cardinals. Mary Fitzallen. Okay, so my wife died of poor health, so she starved to death, basically. Let's see who else is around here. Let's take a look. All right, so we're gonna do women. Not married. Let's do my religion group. Any culture. Preferably of a great house. Don't want to marry a commoner and lose a whole bunch of prestige. Adult, I don't really care. Any geniuses? Where are the smart ladies at? Out of diplomatic range. She's 2. That's, even by Crusader King standards, that's a little iffy. Hildeberg holds claim to the Holy Roman Empire. She's a Habsburg. She's quick, conscientious. She's 10 years old. Yeah, could we arrange a marriage, maybe? Arrange betrothal. No. So, no royal marriage with the Habsburgs. What about Gudrun? She's a von Schauenberg. Arrange betrothal. Maduke. There we go. So that'll be like 7 years before she is old enough to start producing offspring. But Wallerin, did he die? He died of the plague. Well, you shouldn't have been eating all our food, because we would have let you stay in the castle. Hoo boy. Alright, so I'm dead.